It's a different type of test this week. We're in the Premier League International Cup to face Athletic Bilboa at the Stadium of Light. The lads must be really excited for this one.
They are. It's going to be a really, really good test and a fantastic occasion. So we're really looking forward to it. We're looking to test our young players against, obviously, continental competition and see what our opponents bring and see how our guys react. So all of our environmental challenges around culture and development and growth can really be boiled down into how we stack up in this game, because we want to expose our players to as many different types of challenges as we can and stress them safely and push them and help them take that next step forward in their development. And these games are, I think, invaluable.
Do the lads that were here last year and part of the 21s and the success that they had, do they see this as a reward for that hard work and success?
I hope so. We've tried to tie it in. Obviously, the group is new, the group is slightly different, but we need to make sure we tie in the attainment match up with the effort that they put in for last year, because it was a long season. It took a lot out of the players. So they need to understand that working really, really hard for an extended period of time can come with reward, and they deserve the opportunity to go and play on a fantastic surface in a great stadium, and hopefully with lots of fans present, making it a really, really good atmosphere and really highlight what a progressive club we are. Because if we can get loads of people in and generate an atmosphere for our players, that then helps that next step of their development as well. As much as the competition itself, playing in front of a crowd is a really, really big stimulus for young players, and you never know how they're going to react. You never know who needs support, and you never know actually who's going to flourish and who's going to shine and who's going to take to it like a duck to water. So we're really excited to see what it does to them.
Do you prep any differently, firstly for playing at the stadium, and secondly against unknown opposition when you've come up against Athletic Bilboa or the week after? At some point it's going to be Borussia Mönchengladbach. How do you prepare for those type of games? Well,
the good thing is that our analysis department with Josh do a fantastic job of getting as much footage as they can. So we'll go through and look at what their strengths are, what their personnel looks like, because there are no real unknowns in football now, because everything is so available. We are the greatest resource generation in terms of getting that information in and being able to process it. It's kind of making sure we look at the right things that are relevant to us. So we'll prepare the guys in exactly the same manner. They'll have comprehensive stuff given to them about our opponents, but obviously we want to make sure we highlight what we're good at as well. So we won't overload them. We try not to overstimulate them, but they should have enough information that they walk onto the pitch feeling fully prepared and loose and calm and in control. And we'll see whether the atmosphere and the occasion and the opposition alters that calm and changes that mindset. And when it does, that's the most stimulating part for me as a coach, because then we can see who it affects and how we can affect them then as a coach, what our inputs need to be in terms of getting those guys back on track or getting them in the mood to learn and develop and move forward, because it's a brilliant occasion with different opposition that you don't know, someone you haven't played against. We've got kids in our team that have played against the same age group for the last 10 years. So they know these guys, they're mates, they follow each other on Instagram, they're all over social media, so they know each other really well. But as you rightly say, when there's someone who's unknown, I want to see who steps into the unknown with a bit of bravery and a bit of character and a little bit of panache. It'd be brilliant to see.
And is that obviously collectively wanting to win the game, but also a massive opportunity for those individuals to show their capabilities, because there's going to be a lot of important people watching. And
rightly so, they know, as we espouse all the time, that you need to be ready to be the next man up. There'll be injuries in the first team, there'll be opportunities in the first team, there's an international break going on. So the first team are going to need people to train with them. They're going to need people, hopefully, to make a squad, as just been shown at Portsmouth. We also need to know that these players, when they're called upon, they've got something in the locker that the manager says, yeah, I like this guy, I'm willing to give him a chance. It's not the manager's job to do it, it's our job to convince him. It's their job, the players, to convince him. And it's a brilliant stage to go and do it on. So if you can go and do it against Athletic Bilbao, that's a massive tick in the box, hopefully in the eyes of not only the manager, possibly the owner, that, you know what, the academy are producing good players, which we think we are, players that can walk onto a stage like the Stadium of Light and handle the atmosphere, and they have talent as well, alongside that character. Because if we can get that blend right, then we give the guys hopefully a good leg up into this brilliant, brilliant sport that we do.